Hi, hello and welcome back to F1 Challenge VB. My name is Mephisto and our journey through the history of Formula 1 continues today with the third round of the 1966 season, the French Grand Prix. It was held on the 3rd of July, it had 18 entries, 17 of them took part in the race with 9 ending up retiring. The race consisted of 48 laps completed in 1 hour, 48 minutes and 31 seconds. Lorenzo Bandini started the race from pole but due to some problems ended up being 11 laps behind, meaning he did not complete 90% of race distance, therefore he did not classify as a finisher. Surtees started from second but retired on lap 5 due to a problem with the fuel system. Mike Parks was third on the grid, Brabham fourth, Rindt fifth, and Joe Siffert, who retired on lap 10, also because of a fuel system failure, started the race from sixth. After a fantastic drive, Brabham, who started the race from fourth, won the French Grand Prix from Parks, who moved up one place and crossed the line 9.5 seconds after Brabham. Holm climbed from 9th to 3rd and was 2 laps down. Rindt gained 1 position to finish the race in 4th, he was also 2 laps down. Gurney, who started the race from 14th, finished 5th and was 3 laps down. And starting from 15th, John Taylor rounded off the top 6, he was also 3 laps down. Here we are for one last time at the thrilling Reims Circuit, where a lap starts off with a long run down into turn 1, a fast open right-hander. Turn 2 is another fast open right-hander, albeit this one is a hair tighter than turn 1. Next is turn 3, a fast open left-hander, which leads into turn 4, a tight right-hand hairpin. This brings us on to the longest straight on the circuit, which ends with turn 5, another tight right-hand hairpin. This brings us around onto the main straight, and that is a lap around the Reims Circuit. And here we are in qualifying, just starting our out lap as well. We try to get up to speed and someone comes from behind, crashes into the rear of our car. The game starts lagging because of the crash, not quite sure why. It's not the first time this happened, but regardless, that completely destroyed our car and any chance we might have had to qualify, so that is the end of qualifying for us, unfortunately. So we move on to the race itself, and here are the previous French Grand Prix winners. The last time we won here was a very long time ago. We haven't won in the past 10 seasons. Anyway, Jim Clark is started from pole with Jack Brabham in second, Mike Parks third, and fourth we have Lorenzo Bandini. In fifth it is Chris Lawrence, and rounding off the top 6 is Denny Holm. Moises Solana is 7th, Jochen Rindt is 8th, 9th is John Surtees, followed by Richie Ginster in 10th. In 11th we have Joe Siffert, followed by Guy Ligier in 12th. 13th is Chris Amon. 14th Ronnie Bucknam. 15th Jackie Stewart, Graham Hill 16th. Mike Spence is sitting in 17th, followed by Bob Bondurant in 18th. In 19th we have Peter Arundel, followed by Giacomo Ghiacchiroso in 20th, 21st is Pedro Rodriguez, 22nd John Taylor, 23rd Innes Ireland, 24th Joe Bonnier, 25th is Dan Gurney, followed by 26th Bob Anderson, 27th is Chris Irwin, 28th Ludovico Scarfiotti, 29th Phil Hill, 30th Giancarlo Baghetti, 31st is Trevor Taylor and Andy Higgs, bringing up the rear of the grid lineup in 32nd. So hopefully we'll have a good race here, and hopefully there won't be too many crashes, because I don't think I would be able to handle that much lag. Again, this is I'm not sure if it's a problem with the car itself or the track, but whenever cars touch each other or touch the environment, there are huge lag spikes. It doesn't matter what kind of a computer you have, and the game actually started to lag because there was an accident in front of us. As we now take a look at a replay of the start as we rush towards turn 1 here, and there we see a few cars crashing, and we even see the replay itself slowing down. This is not me slowing down the footage, this is actually how the game itself started to go. Well, how the recorded replay went Anyway, here is a replay of Joe Bonnier coming around and crashed into a couple of cars, lost his front left, and he is out. Here is a replay of Dan Gurney in the Anglo-American Racers car. He also lost his front left wheel and is out of the race as well. So those are two retirements. The third retirement is Pedro Rodriguez, who we saw crashing into that wall very, very violently, losing 3 of his 4 wheels and completely destroying his car. And a little bit later on we see Mike Parks here going very, very wide and crashing into the grain field on the left there. Eventually the lag stopped and we managed to get back on track. However, I braked very, very late into turn 4 here and had to go around, and causing us to lose a lot of time. And unfortunately, just seconds after exiting turn 4, I started noticing smoke coming from the rear of the car. The engine started giving less power, and well, I pulled to the side, and that is the French Grand Prix over for Andy Higgs. And we can see in the mirrors gray smoke coming out of the car. Here is a replay. Once again, we see smoke coming from the back of our McLaren car, and that is the end of the French Grand Prix for Andy Higgs. Unfortunately, we didn't even complete a single lap. Kind of a shame, but not much I could have done about that. So, yeah, not happy about it, but it can happen at times. So, best we, forget about it and focus on the next race. Anyway, here's a replay on lap 2 of Ludovico Scarfiotti coming through this left-hander, and wow, that's a glitch and a half. He crashes into the AAR car somehow, but however the wheels broke off way too earlier, much earlier. And here's a replay of Peter Arundel crashing into that billboard. He loses all of his wheels and he is out of the race. Then he gets collected by I think Dan Gurney there, and he is out of the race as well. And here we have Geki Russo also crashing into one of the cars that crashed into the billboard, and he is out as well. And then we have Innes Ireland coming around. He also crashes into one of the cars there, into the Lotus there, loses his front left, and is also out of the French Grand Prix. So yeah, a weird stuff happening here at the French Grand Prix, as you can see. And we also have a replay of Joe Sifford coming into the pits at the end of lap 3, I believe. Here he has some problem, I guess. I'm not sure. As we see Graham Hill there coming out of the pits, he's kind of stuck behind Joe Sifford. Sifford is going very, very slowly, not quite sure why, but that's going to be quite a problem for Graham Hill, I would believe, because it's going to take a long time before he'll catch up to anyone else. Then on lap 9, I believe this is, we see Bob Anderson pulling to the side of the track. He has smoke coming out of his engine, so that's the end of his race as well. And here we have a replay of Lorenzo Bandini coming around to finish lap 14 and set the fastest lap of the race. So congratulations to Bandini for being the quickest man in the race. That's pretty impressive, I guess. And now at the end of lap 15, we see John Taylor coming into the pits to retire as well due to a gearbox failure. And we now move on to the final lap of the race, as we see Bandini coming around to win the French Grand Prix. So that's a double congratulations to him. Denny Holm finishes second, Rint third, fourth Chris Lawrence, Solana fifth, and 30th rounding off the top 6. And well, those are the standings. I think there are more. Yep, there are even more. Trevor Taylor was kind of lucky to retire on lap 15 because he is actually qualified as a finisher And here are the retirements. Unfortunately, we number ourselves among them, which isn't very good, but again, there wasn't much I could have done about that engine blowout. Anyway, let's move on. And here are the career statistics. This was Andy's 144th Grand Prix. His best start is from first, has 16 pole positions, has set 27 fastest laps. His best finishes in first, has completed 95 races, 74 of them in the points, has won 43 Grand Prix, 4 at Indianapolis 500, 6 in Monaco, has 8 championships under his belt, has scored a total of 507 points, has retired 49 times, has experienced 3,079 out of 3,790 laps, has 7 bronze trophies, 16 silver trophies, 43 gold trophies, and as an extension 43 podiums. And here is a quick look at the championship standings. Jochen Rindt moves into the lead of the championship, Bob Anderson and Higgs fighting for second, Lorenzo Bandini 4th, Denny Holm 5th, Surtees 6th. The last person to score points is Joe Bonnier down in 11th, and bringing up the bottom of the Drivers' Championship is Phil Hill down in 32nd. So those are the driver standings. Let's now move on to the constructors. And here we see Ferrari taking the lead of the championship with Cooper in second, DW Racing Enterprises and Bruce McLaren Motor Racing fighting for third. Brabham Racing are 5th, 6th, J.A. Pierce Engineering Limited. The last team to score points are Anglo-Swiss Racing Team in 7th, and bringing up the bottom of the Constructors' Championship are RRC Walker Racing Team. So that was the French Grand Prix, a very disappointing race for both McLaren and Andy, but again, there's not much I could have done about that engine blowout. That would have happened sooner or later. Or maybe I could have probably tried to be a bit more careful, although I don't remember revving up the engine all that much, so I'm guessing that maybe that little lag caused by the accident at the start of the race probably had something to do with it. So yeah. Anyway, our next race is the British Grand Prix at the fantastic Brands Hatch circuit, my favorite British circuit, so that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And that's pretty much it for this video. So yeah, not much more to add to any of this. With that said, don't forget to vote for next season's team. Link is in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay sharp.